Today, we are diving into an extraordinary textile from the Iban people of Borneo. And this isn't just a story about art or ritual. It's about a power so intense, it was actually considered dangerous. Okay, so first, just take a look at this. To you and me, it might just seem like a really beautiful, super intricate blanket, right? But for the Iban people, this textile, which is called a Kumbu, is an object of immense power. We're talking about a shield, a shrine, and literally a direct line to the world of gods and ancestors. To really get a grip on the Kumbu, you have to know that throughout Southeast Asia, textiles are so much more than just clothes. They're basically a living language. I mean, yeah, they're major works of art, but they're also crucial objects for rituals, huge symbols of your social status, and get this, they're even historical documents. They archive a culture's entire belief system right there in the threads. So with that in mind, let's zoom in on the Iban people of Sarawak, Malaysia, and what is truly their most sacred woven creation. So what is a Pua Kumbu exactly? Well, on a technical level, it's a ceremonial textile made using a ridiculously complex tie and dye method called warp ikat. This means the weaver meticulously ties and dyes all the threads before the weaving even begins. The entire intricate pattern has to be mapped out perfectly in her mind from the very start. And the investment of time and skill? It's just staggering. Making one single, large, high-quality Pua Kumbu can take anywhere from 6 months to a full year. This isn't just a hobby, it's a monumental undertaking. But why spend so much time on it? Because this fabric has a deeply spiritual job to do. A pua is used to call upon helpful spirits, but it also forms a protective barrier against evil ones. It covers sacred offerings and can even be used to build a temporary shrine for the gods. And in the past, it was used for one of the most significant Iban rituals of all, receiving the trophy heads brought back by warriors. And this brings us right to the core of our explainer today, the immense power and the very real danger that's woven into these threads. For an Iban woman, the loom wasn't just a tool, it was a spiritual battlefield. Now this is where it gets really fascinating. In Iban culture, they have this profound concept of the women's war. Weaving was considered the direct female equivalent to the men's pursuit of headhunting. So, just as a man gained prestige and proved his worth through warfare, a woman achieved status and showed her spiritual maturity by mastering the creation of a powerful Pua Kumbu. This belief in the textile's power leads to a genuinely chilling question. I mean, just imagine creating something so spiritually potent that it could actually turn on you. For the Iban weaver, this was a very, very real risk. Only the most experienced, ritually mature women could even attempt the most powerful designs. They faced the danger of being spiritually consumed by their own creation, a concept known as empa, which means to be eaten by the pattern. To protect themselves, they had to follow strict taboos, like working on the eye of a dangerous spirit in complete silence. And they had to keep protective talismans, like a piece of iron, close by at all times. And this just illustrates the point perfectly. These aren't just decorative shapes. Motifs like the powerful crocodile spirit or Antubaya were considered so spiritually charged, so dangerous to manifest, that only the most accomplished master weavers would ever dare to attempt them. The details of this spiritual negotiation are just incredible. The anthropologist Derek and Monica Freeman actually documented that a weaver recreating the crocodile spirit would sometimes weave tiny human figures into the pattern, and they'd place them between the crocodile's jaws as an offering, basically as food to appease the very spirit she was bringing to life in thread. So, we've seen the power and the peril of its creation. Now let's explore how that power builds into an enduring legacy, one that stretches from ancient migrations all the way to the present day. See, this isn't some static artifact. It's a living history. Heirloom pua that were carried during migrations in the 19th century are still revered today. In Iban genealogies, men were known by their names, but powerful women were often identified by the unique pua patterns they had created. And today, these textiles are treasured as tangible links to those ancestors, both in their traditional longhouses and in museums around the world. But this tradition, while historic, is also fragile. As the curator Janet Rata Noel points out, there's an urgent need to safeguard this incredible art form. That sense of urgency is exactly why it's been nominated for UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List. Ultimately, the Pua Kumbu shows us that a piece of cloth can be a whole universe of meaning, a shield, a history book, and a bridge to another world. It's a powerful reminder that objects can hold stories far deeper than their surface suggests. And that really leaves us with a final thought. What stories are woven into the fabrics of our own lives?